Hello everybody, welcome back ladies and gentlemen to episode 25. That is correct, we are a quarter of the way to episode 100 and you might notice a few things. First of all guys, I did finally take a long rest, so we're missing a few of our normal buffs that we typically take. And you'll also notice Astarion and Lae'zel are in complete different armors with complete different HPs. That's right. I decided yesterday to romance Astarion, in the game yesterday. I decided to have the Astarion romance cutscene, and I don't know why, I just decided, screw it, let's do it. And the morning after, Astarion actually told us he's a vampire. So, almost a fourth of the way through the game, and we finally know that Astarion is a vampire fully. So, as I have been mentioning for several episodes, in fact 24 episodes to be exact, we finally committed to the switch. We now have Astarion as a level 5 Battlemaster fighter with the Charlatan trait, which sucks a little bit because, unfortunately, the only problem with, obviously switching him and Lae'zel is that the backgrounds don't exactly match up, but that's okay. And Lae'zel is now a level 4 rogue assassin with a level 1 in fighter. And again, the roles have been reversed, but this is for the better. Let's start with Lae'zel and talk a little bit about what's changed with her specifically and cover her comp a little bit. So I mentioned to you guys that because Lae'zel is a Githyanki, she has access to all of these amazing weapons that typical rogues, and in this case Astarion, does not have access to. But she can use things like greatswords, I think she can use warhammers, she can use axes. We've decided to give her just dual-wielding swords for now, but the real power with Lae'zel is going to come from the Jolt Shooter, comboed with, of course, the Speedy Light Feed. Now, this is a really difficult shoe to get onto rogues because they don't get proficiency in medium armor, which the Speedy Light Feed is. But as a rogue, obviously, she has the cunning action dash. So at the start of every single combat turn, we can just have Lae'zel dash to get an immediate 3 lightning charges, plus she has the Lifebringer, meaning as long as she has lightning charges, she gets an additional 3 hit points. And on top of that, with the Jolt Shooter itself, she can get, in one turn of combat, 5 lightning charges to deal an additional, anywhere from 3 to 5 extra lightning damage onto targets, which is fantastic, meaning Lae'zel's damage yield is pretty damn high. Now, her overall sneak attack range isn't particularly that good. I do have Sharpshooter on with this, so her overall damage is not as high as it could be. It's 8 by 25. If we gave her something like, for example, the heavy crossbow, which she can actually use. Astarion was never able to use heavy crossbows, but as a Githyanki she can. Her damage range goes up to 5 by 14, so she can deal quite a lot more damage. But this build is actually better overall for what I would refer to as sustained combat, because with the lightning charges and every turn, as long as of course she's not hiding, she can just hit her enemies with a ton of lightning attack damage. And of course she still has the offhand melee attack, and as a Githyanki she still has access to her Misty Step, her Githyanki Psionics, and for now I just have her in the Luminous Armor because we're about to go pick up some stuff from different shops as we go to the Mountain Pass, but her armor class is super high at an 18, and you'll notice with the rest of my party, 18 armor class for my character, 17 for Astarion, and 18 for Shadowheart. My entire party overall has really high armor classes. Now, let's go to Astarion, who I was mentioning to you guys before is a mega monster now. Most of Lae'zel's items transferred over to Astarion. The Haste Helm and Crusher's Ring to give him the additional movement to close targets down. He also picked up the Bow of Awareness for a +1 to his initiative rolls. And of course, the Everburn Blade with the Caustic Band for additional damage. He's also got the Broodmother's Revenge. And we've also given him the Gloves of Power to give Astarion better possibility of putting targets in Bane. Astarion has also picked up Click Heals as a class action, which I believe you can do this as a bonus action, so he has access to dash as well, which is just phenomenal. And of course, he has the Chainmail, but the real reason that we're putting Astarion at this in this role, and by the way, I had to unfortunately use my Song of Rest because I messed up this bite the first time, so we're down to just a regular 2 short rest for this day, I suppose, in the game. Anyway, we did this so we could have him bite people. And I went ahead and summoned a hireling back at camp, and I had Astarion bite him, and of course, he now gets the happy condition, which is a fantastic condition. Astarion's vampiric hunger has been temporarily sated, +1 to all attack rolls, saving throws, and most ability checks in the game. This is a fantastic ability for him because obviously the +1 to attack rolls is great, but on top of that, getting the access to +1 on his wisdom and charisma saving throws along with intelligence is pretty big. So yes, Astarion is our new fighter, and obviously Lae'zel is our new rogue. And Shadowheart, we also just gave her something new. We gave her, of course, Mel's first staff, which is just going to make her bonus saving throws much easier. But like I said, with her gloves, or Hellrider's Pride, excuse me, this is great for buffing our entire party. So if she wants, she could cast something like a Bless on all 4 of us to just make all of us even more OP. She could also use the free necklace that I gave her to cast a mass healing word once per long rest, which instantly procs that effect. Yeah, she is fantastic. And of course, with access to command at 3rd level, she can command up to 3 targets. I think going forward for these next few fights, you're definitely going to see Shadowheart coming along more with the party. Anyway, that was a long intro. We're now going to head into the mountain pass because we can officially move into this area now that we've done the goblin party. So I'm going to go ahead and advance into the mountain pass, which is going to get us a ton of new XP, and it's also going to allow us to give this, what's her name, the owlbear egg. We're going to talk to the trader here and pick up some really amazing items that she has access to. And then we might end up going to the Creche Y'llek. And we'll talk a little bit about what exactly we want to do in this episode. As for right now, I have the Death Knights as our target here, in terms of that's the next thing that we're going to do. As to whether or not we stick with that and decide to go fight the Death Knights, I'm not sure yet. But let's go head over and unlock the mountain pass. Lae'zel should make a comment here in a moment on how we need to go talk to the Creche, which of course we will. But you can see here we're picking up tons of XP. We've already got 280 from discovering this area, and now we'll go ahead and go over here to discover the markings.
Wait.
Here we go.
We must go there at once.
Okay.
Very well.
Okay.
But promise lead on then.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to be able to find these markings, and we're also going to come over here. And here's the Flaming Fist helmet, by the way. Such a cool helmet. My favorite helmet in the game, honestly. It looks so cool. Let me show you when I put it on Shadowheart. I have her currently with this, but they do the same thing, these helmets. This one, however, I think looks way cooler. Yeah, we're going to keep that on Shadowheart for the time being. Anyway, now that we're here in this area, we get access to both the Creche Y'llek, which we can go to today if we'd like, which we might. We probably end up going to the Creche. Just because, like I said, clearing the Creche out itself is not too bad. We can come and go from the Creche anytime we'd like. We don't have to stay at the Creche itself. We could also go and fight the Death Knights, however, which if we do fight the Death Knights, we're going to get access to, believe it or not, we're going to get access to the, oh, Hunter's Stash. I never knew that was there. Ooh, look at all that nice items. Nice. If we go to the Creche, we can, if we go to fight the Death Knights and we do defeat them, we're actually going to get access to the plate armor, which is going to up our armor class by 1. So it might be worth the time. Let me go ahead and loot all of these basket of oranges and stuff like that. I don't know why my my party is so insistent. Guys, back up, back up, back up. Oh my god. So, before we do anything else, let's go and investigate the Death Knights. Because I want to showcase this fight, because we're taking it slightly early. And that's fine. Let me turn turn-based mode on here. So here we are, the Death Shepherds. 16 armor class, undead, which is not bad. They have Necrotic Veil, meaning, of course, they gain the plus 20. And they're also resistant to pretty much everything. These are some very difficult enemies. And they also have all these ghouls. This fight, however, in my opinion, is not that hard because they have to come down this alleyway here. I wouldn't say this fight is like something that's extremely difficult. We'll come back at a different time once we decide officially what we want to do. And I call them the Death Knights. I believe they're called the Death Wards. I'm just going to call them the Death Knights because that's what they look like.
Take respite now.
We're going to get, I hope this... do we get XP from this? Yes.
Looks like Lathander,
Okay.
god of the dawning
We didn't get
sun.
any XP, but that's fine. Okay, so let's talk to the trader. We have Karlak with us as well. Here she is. Lady Esther. Yes, perfect.
I left your
Okay. Okay.
Roger.
This could be an
Okay. We want to make sure that
as I was trying to the bit.
we need to make sure we don't pick the wrong thing.
I'm not so
We're gonna get our payment up front. Well, yeah, let me produce the owlbear egg actually.
Oh, it looks different to what I expected.
Persuasion should be. Oh, that's a big persuasion check, but we should be able to pass, unless we get a natural one. Well, we have a lot of inspiration. We need to use some of it anyway. We get a 30 on that. Pass it. Perfect. All right. So we get 266 gold, 145 XP, and now we can go ahead and trade with Lady Esther and get access to some amazing, amazing gear. So let's take a look, you guys, as she had instructed us. So the best thing that she has on her is the graceful cloth. This is a awesome piece of clothing because it gives us an increase to our dex by 2. We also get a +1 bonus to dexterity saving throws, and it increases our jump distance by 5 whole feet. Now this is a fantastic piece of armor because of the fact that the +2 to dex is huge, and Cat's Grace means that we get advantage on dexterity checks and we only take half damage from falling. That's a pretty damn decent ability, I'm not going to lie. And as the party's skill monkey, it makes quite a bit of sense for me, actually, to wear this piece of clothing. I want to show off something very quickly before we commit to this. So you'll notice that if I was to pick up this piece, I would be able to achieve an 18 dexterity, which would obviously give me more damage. It would also give me a +1 to my dex, and it would also give me another +1, meaning I would get 12, 14, 16, a +4 to my AC. So I would lower my armor class down by 2, dropping down to 16, but I would keep the shield, of course. But the trade-off, of course, is that my armor class, like I said, will go down. So we're probably going to buy this because this is, yeah, this is, I mean, this is a very good item for us. So we will consider buying that. The next one that she has is the Periapt of Wound Closure. When downed, automatically stabilized at the start of the turn. Whenever you are healed, you restore the maximum number of possible hit points. Not a bad item. I wouldn't say it's particularly that great. Cacophony is the next one. It gives us an ability called Thunderous Smite. For none of my party particularly, this is not a very useful ability. The Gloves of Cinder and Sizzle gives us a free level 3 Scorching Ray, which is pretty awesome. It would do 8 to 48 damage, doing a total of 212 fire damage per ray for a total of 4 rays. This isn't a bad item to get. These are one of those items that you can swap out once you've used them for something else. So we might consider buying those as well. Winter's Clutches, not a bad item if we had a Frost Mage with us, like a Gale, for example. But unfortunately, we're not rolling with Gale in this run, so this is sort of a not useless item, but certainly not one that's going to be helpful to us. Gloves of Baneful Striking. This is a effect that can go on is whenever you deal damage with a weapon attack, the target receives a 1d4 penalty to its saving throw against your next spell. I don't know if this applies to the person who just hit this person, their next spell or my party's next spell. Either way, it's not better than the Gloves of Power. This could be a good item to give to someone like Karlek, though. And finally, Boots of Elemental Momentum. Whenever the wearer deals acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage with a spell or cantrip, they gain momentum for 2 turns. It's not particularly that great. Everything else within her inventory is decent. You know, she's got some lightning resistance bottles, supply packs, black and summer green dye, obviously a scroll of fireball as well. It's all good, I guess, but it's not particularly that great. We're going to see what I can trade for this item at the moment, though. I'm not going to try to sell too many things. I'll try to sell off the stuff that I know I'm not going to need. What's in this camp supply pack? You know what? Doesn't matter. We're just going to sell off as much as I can. Like, I'm probably going to sell off a couple of these thieves' tools because I have too many. Like, 10 is probably a good amount to sell. And we can sell these trap disarm toolkits too. We have so many tools and kits and stuff that we don't really need all of it, do we? We're also going to just sell off this and this. We'll keep the light crossbow and we'll keep the dagger, but we don't need to keep everything else. We're just trying to minimize how much we have to actually sell to this lady. How much gold we're going to need to spend. But it looks like we're going to have to spend about 1,600, but definitely worth it. So let's go ahead and balance the offer. We put up 1,700 gold, leaves us with 6.5k. I think that's very much worth it. Perfect. We'll come back for the rest of her items at a later date when we can purchase them. But for now, we're going to go ahead and take the hide armor +2, replace that with the graceful cloth. And you can see here, my dex goes to 18. We have this new item on us. And we now get Cat's Grace, which is fantastic. And of course, as I said, Cat's Grace gives us advantage on dex checks and only takes half damage from falling. So any traps that we need to disarm, pretty much anything actually that we need to disarm, this item is going to give us that ability. You can also see that because we have a higher dex, we get slightly higher on our dex checks. Now we've got 18 charisma and 18 dexterity, which is perfect. We are now the lowest armor class in our build, but that's okay, because now we do a little bit more damage with our bow. We do 6 by 15 instead of, I think it was 5 by 14. Anyway, we're going to head down to the Creche now, mainly because what I'm trying to do now is get access to the other trader. I want to go down to the Creche so that we can talk to the Githyanki trader that we have there, because that Githyanki trader is fantastic. So I think I've decided we're going to go ahead and go to the Githyanki Creche first. We're going to go there and we're going to defeat most, if not all, the enemies. Let's use the cable car wheel. Oh, I didn't realize this was a strength check. Oh, but we passed it. Nice.
That was tough.
No.
This can't have been used in a while.
We're going to head down here, like I said, with Lae'zel, Astarion, and myself. Bear in mind, by the way, guys, I have the ability Knock. Yes, yes, yes. Also, I do want to address what fights we might do in this run, because I've yet to address that. So let's maybe do that now. So in this long rest period that we have, we are down 1 long rest already. Oh. Wait, what? How do I have another Song of Rest? Oh, I guess Well, I'm not sure how I have another Song of Rest. I thought I used this, but I guess I didn't use it. Anyway, what we're going to do this episode is we're going to go down to the Creche, right? We're going to clear out hopefully the birds on the top of the cage, plus those little the drunk kobolds, and then upstairs we're going to take out those other guys. And then from there, hopefully we get access to the Creche so that we can get to the teleporter and trade with the trader that we have within the Creche, because she's got some useful items that will be very helpful for our builds going forward. We also might do the Death Knights, or the Death Wards, I should say, in the same long rest, and then we might finish up by doing the Bernard fight. We might go to the Grimforge. We're going to see, but we're going to start this episode off by going down to the Creche and fighting against the kobolds and those little minion maggot people that we have. And depending on how good those fights go, we may or may not stick around and do some more. But we are slowly growing in strength, as you guys can already see. And it feels fantastic, truthfully, to be in the mountain pass. It's an awesome area filled with fun and adventure. And like I said, we're now officially in like the Act 1.5, so to speak. I think that this is closer to Act 2 than Act 1. Some people consider this... well, some people don't consider this anything at all, but I certainly consider it something. We're going to loot as much as we can, too, because now we have access to all of the stuff that's going to spawn in the Mountain Pass and also in Grimforge when we get there. So we're going to get like access to potions of greater healing. We're going to get access to more alchemical supplies, which in the background, off camera, don't worry, I have been I have been brewing more potions with Gale, who is our transmutation wizard. We're just sort of holding off. I'm just holding off until we really need potions. So, yeah. We will wait back over here. And hopefully somebody passes the survival check. Perfect. Lovely. We'll take this chest. I think there's some pretty good stuff in this chest, actually. Yeah, there's a loot for some reason, but also just some arrows of arcane interference and whatnot. And like I said, I'm going to try to fight the eagles. I've never had a chance to fight the eagles. I don't know how we spawned them exactly, but like I said, this is all going to be grouped together. Fighting the eagles, fighting the kobolds, fighting pretty much everybody, actually. And you know what? For this particular encounter, it might actually be better if we go with a different character. Maybe Karlach would be better instead of Shadowheart. Shadowheart is fantastic, don't get me wrong, but I'm not really keen on using her Spirit Guardians. It's a level 3 spell slot, so I actually might send Shadowheart back to camp, believe it or not, and take somebody like Will, actually, who might be a little bit better suited for this, because Will gets up to 3 attacks, and these kobolds aren't that crazy. So let me go and pick up Will very quickly. Where is Will? He's up here on the top. I love this camp, by the way. This is one of my favorite camps in the whole game.
Well met.
Okay, let's take Will with us. And he can take Shadowheart's place. Yeah, Will is I think better suited for this because he's got the double Eldritch Blast plus the magic missile, which he can use. We don't want to obviously do that. You know, with Will, by the way, guys, I have to say he doesn't really have much on him. I gave him, I think, the Spring Step boots, which is perfectly fine, plus the Fleet Fingers, but we don't really have anything else for Will. Let me see if I can't equip something with him. And you know what? I actually do know something that I can equip Will with. We're not going to change out much. We might give him the Hunting Shortbow, which gives him access to Hunter's Mark, I suppose. Well, no, he doesn't need that either. Armor? What armor would be good for somebody like Will? I guess perhaps no armor would be good for Will. Certainly not the Helmet of Smiting. He can't even wear medium armor is the problem either. The Swarovski shoes he can't wear. Bracers of Defense. Yeah, I don't really know what we could possibly give Will here. Just because there's not really a whole lot that we can use Will for, unfortunately. I will give him the Psychic Spark, naturally, just because he has Magic Missile, he has access to it, so it kind of makes sense to give him this... what's this? Oh, the Amulet of Misty Step. I don't know why nobody has access to that. Maybe... Well, I can't believe we have no room for anybody to have Misty Step. Well, we'll give it to Will for now. Just because, like I said, we certainly want to have a party that can deal maximum amount of damage. Lae'zel as a rogue won't get much. She'll get 1 attack, and then if she sneaks attack, she can take another. I get 2 attacks, Astarion gets 2 attacks, Will gets 2 attacks. So we want to try to give everybody... You know, we're looking to finish this fight in in one turn. So we're gonna take Will with us. So here's the Rosamund Moor. The what do you call it? Rosamund Mo. Oh fuck it. Anyway, we're gonna head on down this way, and I can use knock at level 2 if I would like to, which it might actually be a wise use of my time here, so we can immediately get access to the creche. I just don't know if the birds are going to be there, but let's get this cutscene going. Okay.
Anyone as I
Forward.
Okay, perfect. So we managed to find the. Oh no! Don't climb that. I wanted to open this wooden crate. So we can loot these cultists if we want.
Too. If nothing else, they'll be quick to cut down their numbers.
Within the artifact.
Okay, perfect.
we shall see how well your
Certainty.
Oh no, you can't knock this door anymore?
Curiosity is getting the better of you. Do not.
Really?
let it.
Enchanted security.
Stay away from the Githyanki.
Oh, is this
They're
new?
hunting you.
Huh.
They want the artifact.
I could have sworn. I
They'll
thought that
stop at
was.
nothing to
I
take
thought
it
you
from
could
you.
knock the door open. Well, I guess we can't knock the door open. I was gonna just kind of bypass a little bit. We obviously do have the chance to go down the other side, however, mainly over here. There's a path, obviously, that leads into the creche that way. So we might end up doing that. Let's head over here first. I think there's a doorway. Yeah. Hey, knock knock. Yo. Yeah, you can't knock. I can't knock it. It's got enchanted security. I don't know if this is a different thing on honor mode, but I was under the impression. How's your stream been so far? It's been fantastic. Yeah, I can't knock. I swear to God, that's something that's different on honor mode. That there has to be, or maybe they've patched it, but I don't think they've patched anything in this game since patch 8. So I'm extremely confused myself. That's awesome to hear. Thank you. Okay. So, first fight of this episode / stream / whatever we'd like to call this is naturally the kobold. The kobold fight. Now, there is a good amount of stuff that we can pick up here for the Raphael fight. Tons of fire wine barrels. It would be great if we just don't destroy any of these fire wine barrels. I heard a lot about this game I haven't tried yet. What are your thoughts about this game? My thoughts on this game: it is the best game I've ever played, and I've been playing it for 11 months straight. That's just how freaking fantastic this game is. I highly, highly, highly recommend you pick this game up if you've never played it. That's my thoughts on this game, truthfully. Okay. Very quickly, I'm going to see if I can take this guy out. 8x25. I can't have a disadvantage on the target. Why can't I have a disadvantage on the target? I don't have a disadvantage. Wait a minute. Does this armor give me disadvantage on stealth checks? No. I've seen my friends, they're crazy about this game. And rightfully so. Wait, what's going on? Why can't I sneak attack this kobold? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so this is Lae'zel's crit range, by the way. 18 to 35. Not bad. Let's hit this guy really quickly. 29. Perfect. And you can see how much XP we get from this kobold looter, guys. We got, just as a friendly reminder, killing this one kobold looter is giving us more XP than 3 owlbears together. I'm also going to try this game very soon. That's why watching some streamers. Yeah, I think just pull the trigger. Buy this game. You will not regret this that purchase. It's been the best game purchase I've made in some time. Honestly, this game is fantastic. One of the best RPG experiences I have ever had. Let me save very quickly because I smell a crash coming. Okay. Also, I need to make sure that I take all of these little wineries. Why? I don't know. I just need it. Yeah, I'm surely gonna buy this. Yes, you need to. You need to do it, Gemma. Also, guys, I just realized something that when we go upstairs to fight the little rat guys, we could throw a water bottle and maybe get those rat people not infected. What's the word that I'm looking for? We could get them electrocuted. Okay, hopefully we hit this guy next. Nope. Nice. And go sneak, sneak, sneak. Perfect. As long as we succeed all of our stealth checks, we should be completely fine here. Let me loot this kobold very quickly. And there's nothing else. Oh, there's another fire wine barrel. Oh, this is a wooden barrel. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. This is another barrel, right? The next fire wine barrel is over there. Okay. I need to hopefully eliminate this kobold next. And not miss. Shit, shit, shit. Run, 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 run. Do you have any schedule or you just stream randomly? I stream almost every afternoon, sometimes in the mornings if I've got a little bit of time. Oh shoot, hang on. But I typically stream whenever I have a little bit of time. I'll do about an hour to 2 hours, and then I cut these episodes up, not really cut them up, and then I stream it or put it on YouTube. Let's hit this next Kobold Scout. Great, he came in, and nice. Oh no, we failed the initiative. Oh, that is really bad news. Bad news, bears. Well, hopefully... Nice, Lae'zel missed. Okay. Okay. I would love to hang around when you are streaming your game. Seems really cool. Yes! We love having people here. I have another viewer of mine that offers so much help and assistance. It's so useful. So please, anytime that you've got some time, we love to have new people that play this game. It's a light stream, you know. We just have a good time, and that's all that we really, you know, that's all you really need sometimes. Okay. Perfect. Astarion did 26 damage there. I unfortunately have to use another... Oh no, that's terrible. I could bite him again, but I'm not going to. Instead, I think what we're gonna do is maybe go... Can we use... Oh no, Will's not in the order. That sucks.
Catch my breath.
Let me use this. Ranged attack. Okay, we got a ranged attack. I can... Oh, yeah. Okay, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. We need to kind of pull everybody back and get the kobolds in here. We really don't want to take any damage. That's the main reason. We don't want to take any damage. I can dash though, right? To get 4 lightning charges. And then I should be able to take a hit on this guy. How much damage do we do? So I do 16 plus 1. I've got 6 lightning charges. Yeah, we're dealing some pretty amazing damage. Fantastic, fantastic. Lae'zel's got 6 lightning charges. And then Astarion can't do much, so let's have him maybe go out here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and now the other kobolds should rush in here. Perfect. I just don't want to take any damage. That's the only reason that I'm sort of... By the way, I got a question for you. Yes, what is your question? You know what? I think we reposition Will here. Yeah, and have them come inside. I know we're kind of wasting our turn here with Will, but I think that none of them can make it to me. Yeah, these kobolds are all surprised and now should all dash. Hopefully they all just clump up. If they do, we can maybe cast like a spell or something. I don't know. All 3 of them dashed. Perfect. Yeah, that's actually fine by me. Okay, perfect. So, who has low health? Anybody have low health? Inventor. Maybe we have... Maybe we have Astarion come in first. Take out one of these guys. Go Great Weapon Master, because if we hit this guy and kill him, we should be able to... Oh, shoot. Do you consider streaming bannings for overturn like PvP overlay and which makes it look small? No, I'm okay. Again, I think somebody else has offered me the same thing. I'm okay. Thank you. Somebody else has asked me the same question before. I don't take this very seriously, so I just stream for fun. That's it. Let me step in this so that I avoid the water. Or that I can put the fire out. Yeah, it's okay, no worries. I appreciate the hustle, but no, it's, yeah. Not for me, you know, not for me. Okay, dash, hit. Yep. Damn, we did 32 damage. That's fantastic. We unfortunately have electrified water now, which is a bit of a shame. But I can hit this guy here, I believe. Oh, why did he step forward, you son of a... God damn it. Well, let's get him out of the water then. I don't know why my character decided to go walk in the water, but it is what it is. Oh well. Did that kobold step on something? Is he on fire or no? You know, with Lae'zel having this bow, it actually sort of makes sense to have... it actually really makes sense to have the... What was I trying to say? Let me turn Eldritch Repelling Blast off very quickly. I don't want to repel either of these guys, the kobolds, I mean. Because I want to hit him with Sorrowful Leash, maybe. Critical. I don't think that kobold is going to die. This one might not die either. Critical miss. Okay, no worries. Okay, I got 5 points of electrocution damage. That's just crazy, to be honest with you.
Here we go again.
Don't step in the fire, please. Okay, perfect. One more kobold now. And I hope that nobody rushes over after me. I don't want to... Okay, perfect. Let this last kobold just rush in very quickly. And he should step in fire, hopefully. Nope, didn't step in the fire, but hopefully Will can bring him in with a Sorrowful Leash. Another miss on that thing, man. Will, you were really killing me, man. Perfect. Will gets a +6, Lae'zel gets a +3, but that's going to go away once, yeah, once she loses that thing out. Okay, perfect. I need... Who do I need to show up here? Actually, I don't need anybody, I just need Astarion. So let me stand right next to him. Let me throw a potion of healing. And it's going to hopefully hit both of us. Nice. We both get our HP back. Perfect. And let me make sure that the ground isn't still electrocuted. No, it's not. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be very honest. Now that Lae'zel has this bow, it's actually sort of worth it to maybe start using some water. Because she can just electrocute the absolute living pit. Whoa! What was that mace that we just got? I've never seen that mace before. The ceremonial mace. Oh, this is just some useless item. Okay, I think I've seen that mace before. I didn't realize the kobolds had anything actually particularly unique on them. Yeah, he's got a couple Alchemist's Fire. We got a lot of XP from that fight, by the way, guys. I think each kobold gave us like 75 XP. Which is, I mean... Yeah, there was a reason I wanted to get to Act 2, because you see how fast we're leveling up now. 982 XP is all we have left to get to level 6, which is fantastic. And we're doing all of these very easy fights, in my opinion. Like the kobold fight went a little bit messy, not gonna lie. It could have gone way better, but unfortunately it did not. So we have to sort of deal with some of the damage, but we didn't actually use any... We didn't use any resources, and everybody here, aside from Lae'zel, has temporary hit points as well, which is fantastic. So let me go ahead and send these to camp, and then let me also go ahead and highlight this, and send this all to Astarion. Perfect. And let's continue moving on. We just want to collect as many of these barrels as we can. And here's another water. We're going to go ahead and take up another one of these fire wine barrels. Somebody was asking me, I think it was Griffin, they said, you know, what are we going to do with all of these barrels? And like I said, we are not going to use pretty much any barrels until the end game. And the end game is the Raphael fight. When we go to fight Raphael, we 1000% are going to use every collected barrel across all of Baldur's Gate. And the thing about these barrels that's quite important to understand and to remember is that we can't get any more of these barrels. Once we use a barrel, it's gone. It's not like you can purchase these barrels again. And that's important to understand because they're a limited resource, you know, barrelmancy. You don't need a lot, but obviously the more that you have, the effect is simply amplified. And we are, like I said, picking up as many of these as we can. And we are going to exploit the living piss out of the Raphael fight, because I just... yeah, he's a hard fight, let's just call it that. And leave it at that. Okay, so we have now officially fought the kobolds off. And now what we can do is pick up... wait a minute, pick up the fire wine barrel. Perfect. We got like 7 fire wine barrels from here. That's fantastic. And we didn't use any resources in that fight, aside from a couple of healing potions. In fact, 1 healing potion is exactly what we needed to use. And we also picked up a ton of XP from that. Now keep in mind, we still have a few other fights to go before we actually get to the Creche, inside of the Creche, I should say. And this episode will be aptly named the Creche Y'llek, but not Wargaz, not the Zaithisk, none of those things. The Zaithisk will be its own fight, and naturally, Wargaz will also be his own fight, because that fight is nuts. And there's no way we're going to do all of that in one episode. This is to just basically clear out this area as about as effectively as we can. So I'm going to go ahead and take down this barricade now. Let me just get Astarion to go in there and shatter this barricade for us. Perfect. Okay, so let's talk game plan, ladies and gentlemen.
Like it's well be done.
With Lae'zel, we have free lightning damage pretty much at any time that we'd like. And as you guys know, we have some enemies on the inside here. We also, of course, have the Guardian Angel over here, or whatever, the Guardian here. So let's go in here very quickly. Oh my. How was I spotted? Well, there is already some water, I guess. Why can't I spot the Grimeshka?
Prime spot for an ambush.
Aha. Let me get out of the way. Yeah, so we've seen the Grimeshkas, actually, which is fantastic. We can shoot a fire arrow at these Grimeshkas if we so please, and we can also throw something like a water or something else. But magic allergy is important because, of course, if a spell or cantrip is cast close to the Grimeshka, it might react to the magic and trigger a random effect. So dealing with these Grimeshkas in the best way that we possibly can, it would probably be in our benefit to shoot this fire wine barrel. And yeah, I think what we're going to do is use my character, who is fantastic at just taking one for the team. If I go up here on these rooted knots, I don't know where this takes me. Let me see very quickly. Oh, I've never seen that survival check before. Oh, there's also the eagles here. Nice. Well, maybe we go up here first, actually. Can everybody follow me up here? Because like I said, I want to fight the eagle birds more so than these Grimeshkas right now. So we will fight the eagles next, actually, not the Grimeshkas. And we're not going to need to sneak everywhere. I just want to go ahead and walk around a little bit. And I do have animal speaking on. Ah, here we go. This is a much better place to assault the Grimeshkas from, too, isn't it? Much better place. I debate if we should fight the Grimeshkas first. Well, let's see if I can go and trigger the eagle fight. I never, like I said, get a chance to fight these eagles, so maybe we'll get a chance this time around. Oh, here they are, yes. Giant eagle. There's 2 of them, ancient giant eagle. So they have multi-attack plus opportunity. I don't know what we get if we fight these eagles, if I'm being honest with you. Like, I don't know if there's something that we can get from these characters, from these eagles, I should say. I do think it probably is worth our benefit to have Lae'zel sneak up here. Oh, shit. I didn't realize that we would get entangled like that. Oh, there's vines right there, that's why. Okay. So we want to sneak over here. Fuck, I keep walking into these vines. Okay, well, don't do what I do. And instead opt to play it safe. We're going to go ahead and take out the eagles. I don't know if there's something more that I get. Perhaps I should look this up very quickly as to if it's better to take these eagles out or not. Ancient giant eagle. Kill or not. You can either use non-lethal damage to knock them out or sneak past them. Okay, I see. Okay, so knocking them out is the recommended good way to handle the situation, as it allows the blue jay to claim the nest, and you can get the items without fighting. Options for dealing with it. Okay, so yes, there is a blue jay. There is a blue jay that wants this as well, so perhaps we kill them and take the quest reward. We get a 22, and everybody gets pulled into combat. That actually sucks big eggs, but that's fine. Let's get everybody up here first, I think. There's some twisting vines here as well. Let me go right here. Perfect, and then maybe have my character...
Swift as my feet can carry
There we go. Walk my character over here. We get an additional surprise round, so I'm going to go ahead and hit this eagle with 12. Nice. So he's going to lose a turn. Astarion is then going to get a chance to do some damage here, so to speak. I don't think he can get close enough to either of them. Oh no, he actually can. He just has to go through the twisting vines and hopefully pass a check. Let's see, can he pass? No, he actually does not pass the check. So we're going to have to opt for the second approach, which is making this much harder for us. So I get 2 attacks. We'll take the second one and hopefully... Okay, he missed both times. That is just fantastic. So we're going to get Lae'zel to dash, and then maybe I can have a sneak attack here. No. Oh, I can actually sneak attack this one. Hopefully we crit on this hit. Nice. We do 48 damage, which is massively massive. I'm going to move Lae'zel over here.
This is my time.
And now we just need to get Will up here. Oh my god. This idiot. And I didn't even get the prompt that I was going to be entangled as well. And I can't do anything. Well, that is just fantastic. Let's see here. I guess we just... I'm not going to use the Felar Oluv. I think we'll just take 1 point of damage, it seems like, is the best course of action. He's going to come over here and target my character, probably. Yeah, he's going to deal a lot of damage. Very frustrating. Very, very annoying. I'm going to be honest with you. Hopefully, we can avoid getting hit. Nice. That's 23 plus another hit. Nice. So we get a little bit of XP. My character lost a little bit of health. Not a big issue. And I'll get an extra 3 hit points back as well. Fantastic. So the eagles have died. And we also are going to get the ceremonial warhammer. I believe there is an item that we can get by picking up all 3 of these things. If I'm not mistaken. Yes, the ceremonial warhammer will allow us to get an item. Which is very good for us. So we're going to take that for sure. Then what we're going to probably end up wanting to do, let's cast... Oh, Lae'zel, come on over here, my friend. Oh, gosh, sorry. I've been talking for a long time. We're going to cast Featherfall. And jump across the way. Jump across the way. Jump across the way. Perfect. Jump across the way. Fantastic. And, yeah, we're just going to go and pick up everything else now that we can collect. The ceremonial weapons are great because it's going to obviously allow us the chance to... I forget what the item is that we get, but it's definitely worth our time getting it. I just forget what that item actually is, and you'll have to forgive me. I didn't notice it, actually, believe it or not, until my first tactician run, where I picked up the ceremonial weapons and found the room where you pick up that item. And again, it's slipping my mind as to what that item actually is, but yeah. Okay, wait. What's this over here? Oh, nothing but concrete. Okay. There is, I think, an item as well tucked behind here, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it's in this painted chest that we can see. So delicately painted here. Yes, the Holy Lance Helmet. Creatures who miss their attack rolls against the wearer must make a dexterity saving throw or take 1d4 radiant damage, which is super awesome for us. This is a fantastic helmet to put actually on perhaps not Astarion per se, but on Lae'zel. Only issue, of course, with this is that this gives her the 3 temporary hit points in battle, but the ability to do a little bit of damage, I think, is way better. She looks awesome with this helmet, by the way. So this helmet goes straight onto Lae'zel, and I believe it will sync a little bit with her luminous armor, because of course if she deals radiant damage, then the opponents, or then the enemies will take we'll get the radiant shockwave. But yeah, it's not like a massive difference maker in my opinion. Anyway, we're gonna come back to the Grimeshkas in a little bit. I'm gonna head down here now, and we're going to look to loot the next thing, which is this guardian that we can fight. Here it is. We're going to take the crumbling wall out, and this is going to reveal the Guardian of Faith. Now this guardian, pretty tough. There is a ceremonial axe, I think, here, right? I think it's the ceremonial axe. Yeah, we don't want to piss this guy off too much. We're going to go ahead and get this maintenance record book really quickly, open this door, and this should be the other side of the Grimeshka door, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we have the option to go in and deal with that. I think I can also have my character pass this check, if I'm not mistaken.
How is
Maybe?
the rat diet going?
It may soon come to an end if you don't shut your mouth.
Yeah, we don't want to open that door. I think we take damage if we open it. Instead, we're just going to take the Guardian out this way. The retaliation's going to suck because, well, naturally.
I crave blood.
But that's fine. So here comes Lae'zel. We're going to have her sneak attack this Guardian because we need this item. 58 advantage is actually pretty terrible, but hopefully she hits. She does. Perfect. And I don't know if he's going to get the chance to retaliate. It looks like he might be able to. I will take the hide action, though, instead of the... Yeah, instead of the... Because I need the advantage here. 44%. It's a miss. No worries. I do have the option. I do still have the option, though, to get a surprise round on the Guardian. So I'm just going to hopefully hit him. I'm missing every shot, so that's not fantastic, is it? But we're just going to get everybody crowding in together and hopefully deal enough damage to this Guardian this turn. Yeah, perfect. And then one more, hopefully. Miss. He's surprised. He can't do anything. I'm going to set Will right up here at the front. And hopefully, double Eldritch Blast. 9, okay, and then Sorrowful Leash. I can maybe hit him. Okay, nice. Okay, hopefully we can kill him this turn before he retaliates. I don't think we're going to get a chance to do that before he retaliates. Let me hide again, yep. And I'll try another sneak attack. I don't need 18 to 35, I just need a little bit less than that. 8 by 25 is fine, hopefully. Yep, we hit. Nice, perfect. So we took him out fairly easy. Again, picking this combat encounter at this time is great. We got XP for that, right? No, actually, we didn't get any. Wow, that's interesting. I don't know why we didn't get anything.
Guardian of Faith spell.
Okay.
Remarkably long-lasting one.
So we'll take the Battle Axe. Perfect. And we're going to go ahead and take all of these bones that should just have, like, candles and nothing really else on it, actually. Yeah, we'll take the last notes of a monk. Perfect. 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 Oh, we'll take the dagger. We want to take everything. Like I said, what we're looking to do is naturally we want to trade and get access to a ton of these items. So we 100% want to we 100% want to take out as many enemies as we can, or take all the loot that we can. Pardon me. The last thing that we need to do before we actually get into the creche is fight the Grimeshkas. You can see we need another 752 experience points before we reach level 6. And level 6 is actually a nice level up point for us as well, because as a College of Valor bard, believe it or not guys, I get an extra attack at level 6, which is huge. And then I might end up multi-classing depending on, you know, I guess how I'm feeling. I might go for a fighter, I might go for a rogue, I might go for... who knows? But if I do end up going for anything, I think I would actually go down the thief tree. The reason for that mainly is because of the double bonus action. It's quite useful, but we'll see. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue looting the rest of this building. We'll take out the Grimeshkas. These fights, like I said, they're not very hard. These are easy fights, actually. You know, they're not like super difficult fights. I'll say that much. There we go, perfect. Where are we, by the way? Ah, yes. So another 240 XP because we discovered this area. That's fantastic. We'll go ahead and take some more items and some more loot with Astarion. And before we obviously head down to the Creche Y'llek, we are going to go ahead and deal with the Grimeshkas. And we might also discover the secret path, because I think we get a little bit more experience if we discover the secret path. So let's pick up this grease bottle as well. We should get additional experience points by just walking into the... what am I talking about? By walking into the Creche, we might get some additional experience points from that. We also want to make sure that we open up this. Perfect. And then we can't open this, but I can open this. And I should have a advantage on it. Yep. Perfect. With Will, we have access to guidance. So my character is now pretty much set on stone. He's able to open up everything. These are also perfect because I think that they tell us who each you'll see when we go to this room in a second. It'll tell us who wields what. We're going to go ahead and unlock this as well. These are some hard ones. I think it says, what, 16? Oh, no, 17. 14, excuse me. I don't know where I'm getting these numbers from. I need to slow down a little bit. Scroll of the Gust of Wind. Dawnmaster Hoyavar, or whatever his name was. And I'll show you where we get this last... yeah, over here, there's this room to the side. And if we open that up, we can get ourselves a unique item, which is quite useful. In fact, it's actually the item that we need to replace on the Blood of Lathander. So we're going to go ahead and take that, obviously, in a second. Oh, here you go, Gith Y'llek Longsword. Perfect. Inventory of takings, we're going to take that. All the candles and all this, you know, pretty much not useless stuff per se, but stuff that, in the grand scheme of things, sorry, my eye was really itching. Let me very quickly, guys, also just check my telephone, because I want to make sure that my lady is doing okay. She knows that I am currently gaming, so I just want to make sure that she's all right. Anyway, this item, I remember now what it was, because the last 3 times that I've come in here, I always forget to come here to collect it. But this item is the true Blood of Lathander or whatever, and it will allow us to defuse the towers before they actually kill our entire party. So we're going to make sure this time that we go ahead and do that. We're going to clear out the rest of this stuff. I don't think there's anything left here. Nope. There is, I think, a room to the side, right? Off to the left. Am I correct? There's a room somewhere. I just forget exactly where it is. It's somewhere here in this monument. Anyway, we're going to wait to go to the basement. We will get additional XP when we go to the basement, of course. We're just not going to quite do that yet. I'm looking for the... I think I'm missing one more weapon, which is the ceremonial something. There's one more ceremonial weapon that I still require before we undergo the final rite, so to speak. I think it's upstairs, if I'm not mistaken. So we're not in the correct area quite yet. I searched all these already, right? Okay, perfect. So I searched all those weapons. We'll come back over here. And now we'll make our way Where can I make my way? Nowhere, I don't think. Rusty mace. Yeah, okay. I guess we'll go fight the, Grimeshkas now, as that's the last enemy in this area for Creche Y'llek. I think if I talk to this, I can...
Talking statues
oh
are
no.
never a good sign.
We failed the Arcana. Ah yes, there is also this thing down here, I forgot. We're trying to get to that secret area, so I was trying to get to this area here. I don't think there's anything else for us to pick up. But we can now come down over here, and this is going to take us down the secret winding path. Okay, we're going to take the knotted roots. Perfect.
Keep an eye out for any passing vagrants.
Perfect.
I'm afraid you'll have to.
And this is hopefully going to give us some experience. I hope. We should get some experience for this, right? Yeah, there's this elegant chest, which I don't know what this is going to give us. Probably nothing. Oh, no, we get Elixir of Vigilance, I think, is what that was. Or maybe that was the Elixir of Vaulting. Either way. Before I go into the Creche too, we probably want to talk to that Blue Jay and tell him that the nest is all done, because we get a little bit of experience points, I would assume, for completing that quest. But let's see if I can go back here really quickly and discover the secret hideout. Will got stuck up here. I don't know what happened. But there should now be a secret entrance for us to access. Yes, 80 XP. Okay. Let me go back now very quickly, and let's go to the Rosamond Monastery waypoint. We're all back here? Okay, we all made it back. Perfect. Let's go talk to the Blue Jay really quickly, because I don't know if the Blue Jay will always be there or not. So if we decide to progress without talking to him, I worry what might happen. What might happen to our Blue Jay friend.
Are you sure of the greeting we'll find at this creche of yours?
Okay.
Of course I'll be welcomed. And if you behave,
Okay.
you may keep your head too.
He should be up ahead. Yeah, here he is.
I count on you to vouch for me. I hope.
There he is. The Blue Jay. Hello, my friend.
You're more useful.
I have animal speaking on? Yep.
I've got nothing left to take, so you must
Okay.
steal. Eagles
Okay.
are bigger. They just take. Oh, sure,
Okay.
Eagles can
Okay.
be killed. I'm sorry. When I escaped the eagles, I spotted something buried near that ferry dock.
Near that ferry dock. Okay, I don't know what he's talking about. I've, believe it or not, I've never actually done this Blue Jay quest.
Trap. Just as I expected.
I've never done it before. Mainly because I didn't know about the eagles. Did he point out what he found? Because I'm a little bit lost myself as to what exactly it was that he found. But maybe it'll tell us. Wait, these are bushes here. We can take these berries. Yeah, take these raspberries for ourselves. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, what is he talking about? What? Oh, is it this? Oh, it's this? This is the thing? Well, we already discovered this. What a terrible quest reward. Did we get any, experience from that? We gained 10 experience. That's, I mean, hey, it's worth something. We need another 422 experience to reach level 6, ladies and gentlemen. Man, I'm so excited. Astarian's also going to become much more powerful too. Or sorry, not Astarian. Well, actually, yes, he will also become much more powerful because he's now going to get access to another feat at level 6. I was talking about Lae'zel because she is currently multi-classed into a fighter, and at level 6, she'll get her second level in fighter, giving her action surge, which is fantastic. And then I also get much stronger because I get a second attack in my turn, which is really good. And Will also be a little bit stronger, not as strong as some of the other party members. Like Shadowheart, I think, also becomes a little bit stronger. Again, I don't know how much stronger, but it's all relative. Getting to level 6 is halfway through the XP ladder, so that in itself is awesome. Let's head up here and let's go and talk to. Oh, I thought we could get across this way. Let's go do the Grimeshka fight. We'll probably get, like, I don't know, 20 XP from each Grimeshka, but, well, maybe not. We might get a level up here, depending, I suppose. The kobolds, I was surprised that we got 75 XP from. It's kind of crazy Oh my gosh, my analog stick, unfortunately, is once again having issues. I was saying in Act 1, like, you know, there are certain fights that if you bounce around are a lot easier. Like, if we decided to do the Goblin Party a little bit earlier, we could have maybe got all this XP. Excuse me. Not that it really matters, right? Because ultimately we still, what am I trying to say? We still ended up having a hard time anyway. So for Astarion, seeing as he is a ground level fighter, I don't think these Gromeshkas can TP up to us. I might have him go this way very quickly. Okay, perfect. So this would give Astarion a phenomenal flanking route. And the other... I think the other three of us should just head straight up here. Oh, I shouldn't forget about the... I don't want to forget about this survival check that I passed down here. Really quickly. Let me clear that so that we can make sure we get it. We'll do the Skirmeshka fight. What's in this chest? I don't remember honestly what's in this chest. Oh, just a little bit of gold, but hey, that's fine. Okay, so let's have Lae'zel head up here too, because we have a decent spot to flank these guys actually, which is fantastic. And I'm gonna start with my character here, because what we're looking to do is ideally shoot an arrow of fire straight down at these Gromeshkas that are positioned next to the fire wine barrel, which is, yeah, it's right there. So I think what we do here is shoot well, maybe an arrow of lightning would be quite good as well. I wonder, and see if they crowd around, it. I might not be able to actually hit them from, oh no, I actually can hit them, believe it or not. If I had an arrow of fire... Oh, I have an alchemist's fire, but that's not going to do that much damage. Yeah, why... no. I don't think we do the arrow of lightning yet. Maybe we just throw an alchemist's fire. Yeah, let's throw an alchemist's fire, huh? Here we go. Perfect. So, all the Gromeshkas have now been put to the stone, so to speak. And Astarion is going to be here. Let's take a look at the inside and see what's going on with the Gromeshkas here. So a couple of them are burning, and I'm not exactly sure if these Gromeshkas can TP or not. But it might be worth getting somebody like Will involved next, and possibly making this a little bit difficult for the Gromeshkas to commit to one particular side. As I mean, currently what you're going to notice is, oh, but if I use magic, yeah, it might not be wise. I'm going to involve, at the moment, just Lae'zel and my character, and hold off until Astarion and Will are in slightly better position. God damn it, my controller is bugging out so bad. It's so frustrating. Okay. I'm going to get Lae'zel involved right now. And I'm going to have her go from this side here, because it looks like she might be able to get a decent flank off on some of these enemies. I'll get her with a sneak attack here. It would have been perhaps better to have her... Can she hit any Gromeshka, or is she completely blocked from all sides? Really? She can't hit any of them? She has no shot on any of the Gromeshkas? Truthfully? No shot? Really? Huh. I'm actually a little bit surprised that she has no shot on a single Gromeshka. Well, maybe I can put her right here then. Does she have a shot from like right here? Huh. Okay, surely she has a shot right here, right? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Anything? Well, I'm not even able to see a Gromeshka at this point, so I'm not sure if I'm able to really hit anything. It says that Lae'zel doesn't have a shot. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm just going to let my character fight this on his own for now, and we're going to need the Gromeshkas to reposition themselves to come up and chase my guy down. Because, yeah, I mean, it was a great engagement at first, but unfortunately... not fantastic. So they're probably all going to dash, but where are they going to dash to? Oh, they've all clumped up. That's fantastic, actually. And then these three are going to go out the door. Excellent. They're all going to get set on fire, and they're all going to stand in a... Fantastic. So that's actually pretty good. So there's 3 Gromeshkas here. And I might be able to one-shot all 3 of these backline Gromeshkas. If I can hit each shot here with Great Weapon Master, I should be able to take out all 3. So hopefully... Nice. I got a critical hit on that as well. That's fantastic. I suppose what we should do is use Lae'zel next. And she's actually able to climb down here and sneak directly behind the Gromeshka's line of sight, which is fantastic. I need to have her jump down, though, and then go around their vision sight. Perfect, yeah, so here they are. Oh, did the Gromeshkas turn around? Oh, that's fantastic. I think the Gromeshkas, we might have gotten extreme... What? How did we get noticed? That's such bullshit. What the hell? How did we get noticed? Well, that's incredibly frustrating. I don't think I can begin to hide my frustration with that one.
Wonder if the gods
I'm not sure why Lae'zel just got noticed, but okay. It'd be great if my controller could work with me, but it's very tough. Yeah, this is just ridiculous. Okay. We got a critical hit on that Gromeshka, and it's only 13. How do we get a crit and it's only 13? Well, that's... Ah, man, that sucks. Okay. My controller's having a very hard time right now. I guess we don't send Will down yet, because... Yeah, I suppose that's the reason we don't send Will down yet. We need to get him involved, though, because now, unfortunately, because Astarion doesn't get a chance to go yet, the Gromeshkas are now going to kind of, I think, crowd around Will. So let's get Will over here, maybe, and have him climb down these roots, and we can position Will perhaps a little bit better. He should be able to... Are these vines? He can't... Oh, here, he can jump down for free right here. Perfect. And then he should be able to jump onto that box, right? Okay, no, he's going to take 1 HP of damage. But he is technically still okay. I can have him lockpick this, maybe. I think this is a tough lock to pick, though. Gives himself guidance. 23, nice, that's fantastic. And we'll unlock this. What the... Why are my characters... Okay, whatever. My controllers, unfortunately, are having a really difficult time. So Astarion's gonna lose some health, and then Lae'zel's gonna get jumped. I don't know what the hell happened, or why. I'm pretty pissed off about this, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm extremely pissed, because my entire party could get wiped, actually, from these Gromeshkas. Yeah. So there's a riposte.
Those little pussycats are allergic to magic.
Okay, well, another critical, and another. Can I make it to Lae'zel? Yes, actually, I can, and I will. Delicious. Let's go over there and help Lae'zel out. Lae'zel gets that, plus a bonus attack on this guy. I'm still happy, which is fantastic. Nice. Yeah, Astarion just took out like 6 of these guys. I could action surge if I wanted to. I do not wish to action surge, so we're not going to at this time. I've actually played the Gromeshka fight pretty poorly here because I'm unable to participate in this fight because of my poor positioning. So that's... Unfortunately, that's actually my fault here. I've positioned extremely poorly. I think my stick is just kind of making this fight really annoying. It keeps moving on its own, and I think that's maybe what alerted Lae'zel, I don't know, or alerted some of them. I'm not 100% certain. But quite frustrating, to say the very least. Okay, well, Lae'zel is not going to get a chance to do much here. I could have her pop a second wind if I'd like, or a offhand melee. But that's not really going to do much. I think what we're going to do is go for the Gromeshka with the most health, so this one. No luck with the Far Realms needed. She gets a miss on that, and then, oh, unfortunately she can't do anything. So she might die here, or go down, which would suck. So Lae'zel's gonna go down. Yeah, I'm really pissed off about this. I truthfully cannot lie how frustrated I am. This fight just went very poorly, all things considered. My positioning was not good, by the way. My positioning was very bad. But we'll go ahead and get a chance to take out 1 Grimeshka, 2 Grimeshka, a bonus action, and hopefully I don't even need the Great Weapon Master for this. 90%. Beautiful. So Lae'zel doesn't lose anything, I don't think, because she's... Can I help Lae'zel, please? Help Lae'zel! Help Lae'zel! What are we doing? Just standing there. Yeah, so Lae'zel's not going to lose anything, but very frustrated with how much damage like Astarion and her also took.
Action, not reaction.
Really frustrating. I believe I have a potion of greater healing that we can send to Lae'zel. I'll send her both of them so that we can get both of these. Oh, shit! I did not mean to do that. Well, that's fine. Yeah, you can see just how difficult this is for me. My controller stick just keeps bugging out on me, which is very frustrating. But it's fine. Potions are the one thing that are sort of readily available for most people in this game. So the Grimeshka fight, that didn't go too great. That was probably one of the harder fights that we had to go through, all things considered.
Let's get going.
It would have been probably just better for us to take that fight head on, but oh well. The Grimeshka Tails, Wizard's Bane oil, yeah, that's not really that useful. Wizard's Bane oil, unless we're dealing with like maybe Leroic in the next act. I've gotten a little bit impatient, I think, in this fight. I think we tried to rush some things, unfortunately. But that's fine. We can now, I suppose, go ahead and just loot all the Grimeshkas. Cheap views. Oh man, we're getting so many bots today. The good thing is we only need 62 more XP until we get our level up. So we'll probably get our level up here, guys. Do a little bit of trading. And then, yeah, we are going to hit level 6 in this episode. That's fantastic. I'm very excited about that. And we're also going to pick up this so that we can get the Potion of Animal Speaking that we'll never make because, well, I can speak to animals myself. And then, like I said, I'm probably going to go ahead and end the episode off once we enter the Creche. Like I said, we're not doing anything else with the Creche specifically. We're just doing the part of the Creche with these enemies to get into the actual Creche itself. We have no desire to do anything else outside of that. So we'll pick up this Firewine Barrel. Okay, I can't quite yet, but let's lockpick this. We'll get the Necrotic Resistance Potion, which is fantastic. It's going to be very useful for us when we do inevitably get to Act 2. Perfect. We will collect the Firewine Barrel with Lae'zel. God, this game is so buggy. Not the game, but my controller. You guys can probably see my character stuttering a little bit. And if you're wondering, that is my game, not anything else. So yeah, very, 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 very frustrating to play with a drifty stick controller like such. But it's fine. Okay, let's lockpick this very quickly. I already have everything that I need. Sleight of hand proficiency, plus this. And we'll just go ahead and take the Scroll of Dark Vision, plus the Dawnmaster Vasid book. Now we have all the books on all of the Dawnmasters. We should know how to complete the puzzle by this point. I think what we can do, actually, is now head upstairs. I'm just trying to find that room that we need to go to. It's in here, right? Yes, here it is. So this is the room in question. This is the room that we need to put each...
Monasteries notable Lathendarian monasteries of this size were usually overseen by Dawn. The reconsecration of the monastery conducted by Dawnmaster.
So Dawnmaster Seed is the guy that had the Warhammer, and we need to put the Warhammer that we collected. So this is for who? Who is this for?
Dawnmaster Vasaid.
Vasaid, okay. This is for Dawnmaster Stockhold. This is for Saeed. So what we need to do is obviously take the Warhammer. Oh my god, you see this? How like frustrating this is to deal with? It's just such a pain in the ass to deal with stick drift, man. I understand there's like almost nothing you can do about it, but I've tried cleaning my controller so many times and yeah, it's frustrating, let me tell you. Okay, now I just need to see where the War Axe goes. Stockhold.
Before the Zenith Day. celebrated by Dawnmaster Stockhold. Dawnmaster Vassaid wielding the rest of the inscription, and Dawnmaster Welkin Glory beckon.
So I think
Dawnmaster Stockhold.
I think Stockhold was the... Oh my god. You guys see this? It's so frustrating. I think Stockhold had that war axe. Oh shit. Well, son of a bitch. I guess that answers our question. We lost some more HP. Fantastic. And if I could just get to the war axe... I'm competing with my controller at this point. It's incredibly frustrating, I must say. Incredibly frustrating. Old key. What's this old key for? Alrighty. I think the old key is supposed to go on the thingy, if I'm not mistaken. Where's this old key? I just had it. Where's the old key? The old key. Where was the old key? This was Stockhold. Yeah, where's that book on Stockhold? Paladin Vaseed, Dawnmaster Vaseed, Winery Vaseed. I think we have to read all these books in order to get... I think I know it's this key. Open. Or wait, no, it's here. Old key. How many old keys are there? Old key, old key. A small iron key, place in the world. Oh, son of a bitch. Well, it's a good thing, you guys, that I've got no bloody idea what the hell I'm doing. All in favor of looking the answer up? Say aye. Aye. Yeah, we're just gonna look this up. I don't really give a shit. This controller's really ruining my experience. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's kind of ruining my my experience. Stockhold. BG3. Ah, rusty mace. We just need one rusty mace. I don't know how I was meant to ever figure that out, but we'll just get a rusty mace. I believe I know where one rusty... Oh my goodness. I hope you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. It's just... It's incredibly frustrating to play with this. This stick drift is just such a pain in the ass to deal with. Words cannot describe to you guys. If you've never played with a stick drifty controller before, let me tell you, it sucks so much fun out of the gaming experience. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there was a rusty mace down here, correct? To the left of us. There it is, rusty mace. We'll go ahead and take a rusty mace. Oh, I thought there was a rusty mace. There it is, rusty mace. Alrighty. Now we'll head back up to get the Blood of Lathander thingy, which will then allow us to get the actual mace of the Lathander family. And that's going to be fantastic. Also, don't forget, guys, we are about to get a level 6 level up, so before we end this episode, we will go and do the trading. We're also going to level up our characters. This might be a long episode, and probably one of the most, quote-unquote, boring episodes, mainly because we had a lot of easy fights, and did a little bit of trading, and also are going to level up, but it's fine. Not every episode can be a masterful stroke of genius and be super fun. Alrighty, here we are. I didn't mean to climb on top of the thing either, but well, here we are. And drop that in.
The weapon stopped glowing.
Nice.
How odd.
So now we get the access to the pouch, which gives us the note to the next Dawnmaster.
This blood sounds important.
And we get our level up.
Still be here somewhere.
Perfect. Dawnmaster's crest. Fantastic. We all got a level up. Oh my god, not everybody, unfortunately. Somehow Lae'zel and Astarion this time around didn't get a level up. They need another 62 experience points. I'm baffled by that. Well, we should get the last bit of experience that we need by going into the Creche, so let's go and complete the Creche mission, I suppose, which is waiting for us just on the other side. I think we can come down these knotted roots, if I'm not mistaken. Fantastic. And we should be able to just go straight through this door, if I can climb down these boxes. Fantastic. And hopefully everybody follows me. Like I said, we should get experience. Oh, we also got a... Oh, we got a buff! What the heck is this? We got a buff? Wait, I didn't realize we got a buff. What's this? Morning Lord's Radiance. Your weapon attacks deal an additional 1d4 radiant damage. Whoa, what? This is a condition that we get? Oh my god, well that is huge, you guys. I hope you guys know how massive that is. Because now we get 1d4 radiant damage. Holy smokes. Well, in that case, this Everburn Blade probably does so much damage now. 9 by 25. Fire, acid, radiant, plus if I heal Astarion, it does another 1d6 poison. And Lae'zel, her bow is going to do like 5 by 15 with a sneak attack at 9 by 29, which would actually give us... Well, hang on a minute, that's not an accurate number. 9 by 29. 19 by 39. Holy hell! I did not know that we get that buff. Okay, well that's massive. That's changed many things for us. Let me save the game very quickly. Wow, that's huge. Holy, like actual piss in my mom's cereal. That is unbelievable. Okay, with Morning Lord's Radiance, we might just end up doing a lot more in this long rest than ever before. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Guys, call me crazy, but I think we're going to do that. Everybody else is going to get their level up. Fantastic. And, yeah. Let's go back to camp real quick before we do anything else. Because we have Morning Lord's Radiance, it might prove meaningful to just do a bunch of stuff while we have this. So now every fight means like 20 times more than what I meant before. That being said, I think we should take some elixirs with us. And let's take a look at see what elixirs we actually have first before I decide to just start popping bottles here, so to speak. So let me put all of the elixirs that I currently have here. Oil of Elixir, Mind Reading Potion, Necrotic, and Vigilance. Vigilance is quite good because this obviously gives us the ability to not be surprised. We're going to hold on to that, though, for now. Man, what the heck do we even pop on these people? I mean, something like an Elixir of Heroism would be quite good. Hill Giant Strength actually might be great. We're going to take one of these really quickly. Split this and give one to Astarion. This is going to go straight to Astarion. Necrotic Resistance, Speed... A soul coin might be good. Invisibility, Featherfall, Heroism, Arsonist Oil is useless to us. Drow Poison, Arcane Cultivation, Bloodlust. Well, I guess there's not a whole lot that we can actually do, but tell you what we are going to do is we're going to pop this potion for Astarion here. And he's going to get Elixir of Hill Giant Strength. And now... this guy is doing a lot of damage per hit. Astarion is doing 11 by 27. With Great Weapon Master, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, he's doing 21 to 37. With the Disarming Attack, he's doing 22 to 45 damage. Holy shnikes. This guy is hitting like a truck.
Wish to live in more interesting times.
Well, that is fantastic. Truthfully, fantastic. Next thing that we're going to do is level up our entire party. Because I did not realize that we get the Morning Lord's Radiance. Like I said, I always forget to do that and didn't even realize until my previous playthrough that we got that. So because we have Morning Lord's Radiance, it might also be of our benefit to not just go and talk to the Myconid people so that we can get those, but we can also hopefully clear out a bunch of other fights all within one long rest. So, wow. Anyway, level 6 Bard. With this, we get, obviously, the extra attack, so we have now hit a massive power spike. We also get a new spell, plus Counter Charm, which is amazing because they get advantage on saving throws against being charmed or frightened. That is awesome. We also get a level 3 spell slot unlock. So for the spells that we get access to, it's a little bit tough, in my opinion, to determine exactly what we want to use a level 3 spell on. Granted, we could do quite a few different things. Something like Fear for a wisdom save is pretty good. I think also Hypnotic Pattern is really good because hypnotized creatures that can see the pattern, they cannot attack you, they cannot move or act. I think we're taking Hypnotic Pattern. That's an awesome spell for us to have. There's nothing else that I really want to toss away right now. Maybe Dissonant Whispers. And instead of Dissonant Whispers, it might be worth my time to go like Bane. It's a charisma save, but it costs concentration. That might be good. See Invisibility also would be quite a good spell to have. Obviously, I can replace these spells on my next level up. So for now, maybe something like Bane. Hold Person is also quite good, but it's a wisdom save. I think we're going to go for Bane. Yeah, Bane instead of Dissonant Whispers. Bane is a level 1 spell and is much more useful to us, I think, than probably Dissonant Whispers. So we're gonna 100% do that. Okay, now we get our Sorlock, which is fantastic. The Sorcerer level 3 or the Warlock level 3. I would think for Sorcerer, we're just going to go back into Warlock because there's not really a reason for us to go back in for this. We can get, obviously, Careful Spell, Extended Spell, Quicken Spell. That's what we want. Yeah, Quicken Spell is what we want here. So I'm going to go for Scorching Ray, perhaps? Yeah, let's go Scorching Ray, Quicken Spell, and then, yeah, keep all these spells, honestly. Enhance, Magic Missile, and Shield. So level 3 Sorcerer, level 3 Warlock. Will does a decent amount of damage. He's kind of underleveled at this point in the game. He does have Quicken Spell, which is useful. Lae'zel is going to get her Action Surge, so now she is very strong indeed. That Action Surge is pretty big. And last but not least is Astarion, who gets his level 6, which includes a health increase of almost 10 HP, plus he gets an additional feat. So what we want to do with this is completely up to us. I think we want to make Astarion an even better, what am I trying to say? A better killer than he already is. And I'm thinking for that, Savage Attackers might be the way. When making melee weapon attacks, you roll your damage dice twice and use the highest result, which I think overall is much better for us. So we could take obviously that. We could also take something like Heavily Armored, which is great because he can reduce damage that he takes by 3. That's amazing. We could also give him something like Durable. He increases his Constitution by 1 and he gets full hit points each time he takes a short rest. It's not that great. The other option was Alert. Alert is just fantastic for Astarion to let him go much earlier and much... I mean, he will pretty much always get a chance to go. I think at this point in the game, Astarion might be better suited for something like Alert. The +5 to his initiative is just fantastic. And getting Astarion on the field of battle for us to be able to finish turns early is way more important. So we're going to give Astarion the Alert feat, so that Astarion can just go at the top of the order every single time. Okay, we've all got our level ups now. Let's go ahead and talk to the Gith Y'lek, and they're going to ask us...
We were not expecting visitors, kin. What brings you here?
Okay.
We are aware. Perhaps the news you bring... Seek the Inquisitor.
Nice, so we gained 300 experience for that. And also, we only need 7.3k, which is just fantastic. Also, we're probably going to end up taking out the entire Creche as well, just letting everybody know that right off the bat. But for now, we're going to go head over to this back room.
They're making us join the patrol soon.
Let's talk to all these, because I think we get a little bit of XP.
Look at him. He's clearly not with the
Okay, we're going to go ahead and do the deception check. 15. Fantastic.
Nothing, just...
We were only...
Okay.
Keep your mouth shut.
Okay.
The Gith is very worried about the game. We heard the...
Okay.
We...
Okay, perfect. Nice. So we will eventually...
Such a lack of discipline would be punished severely.
We will definitely do everything else. We need to get to the... Where's the cave? I thought there was a... Ah, it's over here.
It's strange.
Here it is. Yeah, we need to get over here to this cave.
Too intimidating.
Okay. Fantastic. Yeah, we are starting to get super strong, by the way. With this radiant damage that we have access to, we're strong, to say the very least. Here he is, Ajaknir Jira, the quartermistress for the Githyanki. We're definitely going to trade with her, and she has some awesome items. Not everything, unfortunately, we can afford, especially this weapon. The Knife of the Undermountain King is an amazing weapon. Reduce the number you need to roll a critical hit while attacking by 1. This effect can stack. When you roll 2 damage or less, reroll the dice taking the highest result. Shadowblade, you have advantage on attack rolls against lightly or heavily obscured targets when using this blade. This is a fantastic weapon to give to Lae'zel, mainly because this lowers her crit threat range by 1. So, I mean, obviously for more crits, it's fantastic. The Gloves of Dexterity, another phenomenal set of gloves, instantly setting someone's dexterity to 18. And with that, this will allow us to quite possibly move our entire character's stat line over. These 2 items alone are going to run us about 4.1k, which is a lot of money. The Daredevil Gloves. The wearer gains a +1 bonus to spell attack rolls. Your ranged spell attacks are made as melee spell attacks when you are adjacent to a hostile creature. This effect can be toggled off. Not that great of an item in my opinion. It's okay, but I wouldn't say that this is something that we so desperately need at this time. The Defender Flail, however, is great if you're making a tank class because it reduces incoming bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage by 1. This is fantastic if you're building a tank build. We are not. Unseen Menace. This weapon is invisible while equipped. It loses the property for 2 rounds on a missed attack roll. Not that great. Larethian's Wrath is just a weapon that has a special action, the Razor Gale. Swing your weapon in a cyclone of steel that deals razor blade sharp damage to all enemies within range. As far as longswords go, it's not the best. The rest of the stuff that she has is okay. You gain advantage on creatures that are trying to attack. When the wearer casts a spell that requires concentration, they gain 8 temporary hit points. For me, that's actually not bad, but I'm kind of liking the item that we have right now. Anyway, she has some other useful items. We're just going to try to trade up and see how much we can sell pretty much all this junk that we have on us, just to pretty much limit how much gold we're spending here at this vendor. But both of these items we certainly want to sell off to her. We need to sell off both of these items, in fact. Just these 2 items alone are massive in terms of making our builds more effective, making us way stronger. Like I said, the Gloves of Dexterity are fantastic, let me tell you. They are legitimately fantastic because now we have 2 different things that allow us to basically get ourselves set up for the late game. And this not only paired with the other thing, the armor that we currently have, but the Gloves of Dexterity, like I said, I think also gives us a +1 to sleight of hand, right? Well, it gives us a +1 on attack, which is fantastic. But pair this with the armor that I currently have, this is going to give us a free 20 dex on this. And we already have 18 charisma, so we are, yeah, we're getting a lot stronger very, very quickly, which is natural. Those kinds of things certainly do happen. We're going to keep the Dawnmaster's crest for now. I will also keep the Roaring Thunder. I'm going to keep the Scrolls of Blight as well. I'm going to see if I can sell any of the scrolls that I currently have in my possession that I don't need. I will sell off 1 of the Scrolls of Sickness. I'll sell off 1 Scroll of Fog Cloud. I'll sell off 1 Melf's Acid Arrow. And just any duplicates that I have. Vampiric Touch. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to sell that. I think we're going to try to keep that as much as we can. Now we'll go over to Astarion and see if I can continue to sell things. Or this is actually Will, excuse me. Yeah, you can see here that we're going to have to take a fairly decent chunk of our gold reservoir just to make this work. And I'm absolutely fine with that, by the way. It's super worth it, in my opinion, to get these items early on. Mainly because, like I said, they're super, super good items. They're some of the best items in the game, probably. Especially at this stage in the game. Like, these items are just very, very helpful to us. yeah, I don't think there's really much else that we can do right now. We're going to have to probably pay up a lot of money for these items. And that's fine. I'm completely okay with that. We're going to go ahead and balance the offer. And you'll see here that we're going to have to give this trader quite a bit of money. We're going to have to give her, how much? 3.5k in gold, which is a lot. But we're going to get ourselves some amazing items.
Impressive? Not the word
Yeah.
I would use.
We do get a
If you find
50%
anything-
discount, of course. But with that, check this out. So we do lose this, the missile snaring gloves, but we replace them with these gloves, which is fantastic. However, I'm kind of curious why we didn't get the graceful cloth. Ah, gloves of dexterity only raises them up to 18. Okay, I see. Yeah, well, bit of a shame that, isn't it? Bit of a shame. I was under the impression that this would give us the chance to get to 18 dex without that.
Blackets will be done.
I suppose we could give Lacelle the dexterity gloves to give her 18 dex.
Keep your distance, darling.
Astarion could get these gloves as well, but I don't think his armor really gives him any bonus from dex.
Sharp as ever.
Yeah, no. Will certainly could use these gloves. He needs it. I'll give him the spider silk armor for now, but you can see that Will's armor class is so low. If I give him 18 dex, of course, his armor class goes up to 16, which is quite nice, but for the moment we're going to have to respec our builds. What I will do, though, before we log off of this episode, is I'm going to head back to camp very quickly, and I'm going to go ahead and do some small... I'm going to do some very small trading with this trader / vendor. And then when I come back next episode, guys, I will have a few more doodahs, so to speak, for you in terms of what we want to do next. But I'm going to go ahead and actually sell off a lot of these like other potions that I don't need. Like these potions of Featherfall, for example, I don't think we need them. I'm going to sell them off. Potions of sleep, that's fine. The potions of poison, however, I'm selling all of those. There's not really a reason that I need them. The simple toxins I'm going to sell as well. I think I have the... Did I pick up the 12 poisons? What the hell happened to them? Huh, that's weird. I don't know what happened to my... I had some potions here, and I'm not sure exactly what happened to them. I must have sent them to somebody, right? Did somebody take my potions? No. Interesting. I don't know what the hell happened, but I lost the potions. Anyway, we're going to just sell off a couple of kind of junk items, really. Stuff that we're not really using anymore. You can see here I have like so many Alchemist's Fires. The water, it's fine. The grease bottle, that's fine. We'll keep those. Arrow of Acid, maybe we'll split those items and sell 4 of them. I don't think we need that many arrows of acid, so we're going to sell 6 of those. Plus maybe, how about a couple of Alchemist's Fires? 5 Alchemist's Fires might be good. Oh, we're like losing Alchemist's Fires. That's very strange. I don't know what the deal is. The Alchemy Pouch we'll keep, and then these are the quest items that obviously we don't want to sell. There's absolutely no way that we sell these quest items. We're going to head back to the trader now very quickly, and we're going to go ahead and just trade with her one more time, just to get a little bit of our money back.
For more.
Back for more, that's correct. And we're going to sell her as much as we can. It's not going to be worth a whole lot of money, but just anything to make a little bit of gold back, right? If we're not using these items, there's not a particular reason to just hold on to them. Like I said, I've already sold off the scrolls and the arrows and everything else. I think that's all I can really do. I guess I'll sell off a scroll of dark vision. Well, why not both of them? And we're going to get a little bit of our cash back. So let's go ahead and sell this bone as well for 1 extra gold piece. Perfect. So we're going to get a little bit of gold back. She's going to go ahead and give us 330 in gold. We'll make 3.2k back. Fantastic. So with that being said, that's it. Now what we can do is we can swap out one of Lazelle's daggers, and it's probably going to be this one, the Steel Forged Sword, and we're going to give her Knife of the Undermountain instead. So now Lae'zel's critical threat range is significantly smaller. It's 19 by 20. She needs to roll either a nat 20 or a natural 19 in order to get a crit. So, I mean, she's now much more effective in combat, which is fantastic. And as for me, I have the Graceful Cloth, which is great. And overall, this armor is really good, but I think the Gloves of Dexterity are far better for us because of the fact that the Dex Gloves set our score automatically to 18. We don't actually need the Graceful Cloth anymore. So we could, technically speaking, put this back on. Now what we lose is Cat's Grace, and we also are going to not have advantage on Dex saving throws. So it might actually be worth keeping the Graceful Cloth on us, and if we're going to go into combat, keeping a second armor set on us for combat engagements, because we don't really need both of these armor sets at the time. There's not really a particular reason that we need to keep both of these armor sets on. In fact, I believe because we have medium armor, we could wear Lae'zel's radiant armor if we so wanted to, right? Armor-wise, we don't really have a whole ton of stuff. Our character could wear something like this, the Oakfather's Embrace, for now at least, because this is going to be great for the fight that we have coming up against the Death Wards. Because if they hit me at all, they are going to take 1d6 radiant damage. So that is, I mean, that's fantastic. We could also take the Robe of Summer just to give ourselves some resistance to cold damage. The Blazer of Benevolence is great because anytime that we use Bardic Inspiration, we're going to get 4 temporary hit points, which is, quite nice. So yeah, we're kind of waiting to see what we can utilize our armor for. But anyway, guys, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. It was a fairly long episode, but the main reason why was just mainly because we were doing so much at the Creche. So when we come back next time, we're probably going to end up taking on the Death Ward Knights. And then we're also probably going to go back down to the... we're going to probably end up going back down to the Myconid Valley. And we're just going to see how many fights we can do with this Radiant buff plus the Myconids. Hitting level 6, like I said, we are super strong now because we get 2 attacks. Lae'zel has had Astarion, has had 2 attacks for a long time. And with somebody like Will... he already has access to double Eldritch Blast, but even if we bring in someone like Karlach or someone like Shadowheart, it's pretty strong. Let me go ahead actually and just bring in Shadowheart now for the sake of it. Oh wait, no, actually I don't want to do that because Will has the buff. If I had known Will had the buff, I would have probably swapped him out, but unfortunately I did not know that. So he won't get any buffs on his Radiance damage, but that's okay. Anyway, with that being said, you guys, I will talk to everybody next time. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, my friends, see you later.